On 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, Mike Berk and Ximena Cuellar might be new to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, but their relationship echoes a previous couple's romance. Financially stable American Mike is attempting to use his money to manipulate impoverished Colombian single mother, Ximena. 90DF fans are now drawing comparisons between B90's Mike and Ximena and former Before the 90 Days couple Big Ed Brown and Rosemarie Vega. For a number of reasons. Big Ed became an overnight sensation due to his pursuit of the young single mother, Rose. The wealthy American was branded creepy, gross, and rude. Now, Mike is similarly being called out by viewers. The Season 5 cast member proposed to Ximena during his first trip to Colombia to visit her and her two young sons. However, Ximena was visibly upset to see Mike when he surprised her with a second trip to Colombia. Mike is currently lashing out at the single mother for breaking up with him, while Big Ed moved on by getting engaged to Liz Woods on 90 Day, The Single Life. Big Ed and Mike from B90 might not be physically similar, but they share many traits. Both American men earn steady incomes and have spent money on younger women from other parts of the world. These females have lived in poverty. Since Rose wasn't wealthy, Big Ed appeared to think that he could treat her however he wanted to, believing that she'd always feel lucky to have him. He grossed out viewers with his appalling manners and habits, such as rubbing mayonnaise in his hair, and his rude remarks about Rose and her living situation. Mike recently revealed his true colors when he was dumped by Ximena. He threatened to take back his presents and said he wouldn't leave her home because he paid rent. Mike is also notorious for his poor hygiene, such as farting while being intimate, tracking animal feces in the house, burping, and not cleaning up after himself. Overall, Mike and 90DF star Big Ed both lack manners and hygiene, but thought that they could act as they pleased since they sought impoverished women in other countries. However, single mothers Rose and Ximena stood up for themselves and broke up with their partners. Rose was hailed a franchise hero for dumping Big Ed, despite the financial stability he offered. She then overcame poverty on her own and built a thriving career. She takes care of her family with some of the money that she earns. Meanwhile, Ximena also decided that she wouldn't settle for Mike. The Colombian mother chose to break up with him and agreed to let him take back all of his gifts. Both women showed that they would not be taken advantage of by their American partners. Since he first appeared in the franchise, Big Ed has become a 90 Day Fiancé franchise villain. Now, Mike is quickly becoming disliked by viewers. Meanwhile, Rose is one of the most celebrated cast members to ever have appeared in the franchise. While Ximena remains polarizing among viewers, some fans are voicing their sympathy for her and expressing that they originally mischaracterized her. However, Mike's newfound status as a franchise villain doesn't mean that he won't appear in future content. As with Big Ed, some viewers suspect that Mike's franchise run won't be over with 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days. However, many viewers hope to see both men permanently leave the franchise.